position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. Quick step and go. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the air, it's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. He tried to get out of trouble, but he goes down for the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these fourth down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. He's got it. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The lone back's got it. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll try it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With the catch, it's Carr. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snap.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback keeper. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses...
The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution.
Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Man, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? To throw, it's Beck. Looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to get behind the defense. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Floating away. He's going to take off. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the quick game. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. South Carolina is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Jadeveon Clowney had a hand in getting this kid to Columbia, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's back. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Snap it to the back. Shakes off the defender. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He caught it! And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
The Canes are threatening on first and goal. Here comes the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Looking for a man. It's back. Got his man quickly. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
A I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I just throw it again.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Sayin. Finds the tight end. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, you want to drive a coach nuts, get in a situation where it's easy and I just got to get a QB sneak and fall forward and I don't take care of the football. Priority number one, mission number one, got to get that snap, got to fall forward. Big time mistake.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll go right back to it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Miami! Grab Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Might be changing the route. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Deep throw off his back foot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trying to get it to the marker. Breaks into the open. 30. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Still looking on the move. On the run deep down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Looking to throw, it's back. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. At the 35, he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 4 over Fresno State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for... Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. New set of downs after the completion.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Rolling right and going deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Carr. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Looking down the middle. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Here's the pressure. Makes a catch right in the middle of the danger zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. To the air. It's Beck. Got his man in the middle. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Canes will send out the punt. And they'll fake it again. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pringle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quickly complete. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got it.
Catch inside the 25. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big 4th period waiting. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Daniels. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it and keep getting those stats.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
The 40. That Miami offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And the Canes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Beck. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Ohio State, 35.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Snagged out of the air. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw it, Sayin. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, and they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. And the Buckeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab down the left side. Off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And, man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense is rolling the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a 1st down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Back to pass, it's back. Oh, he makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen. Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the comeback is on.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
On to attempt to try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Beck. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
When they try to spin it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Oh, and that elusive victory is oh so close if they can hang on till the end.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 24 to Fresno State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Sayin. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Using his feet to buy time. Snags it! Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. The clock is just inside. 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room, it's Pringle. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency. Now, obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Keeps looking downfield. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Finds his tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He might want another play. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And here they come, almost all the way back.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or 2. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you've got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.